I'm here to be an all-time great.
You're now rocking with the best.
Purple yellow, purple yellow, purple yellow, purple yellow.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles.
Welcome to the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast.
Oh, he's smoking hot.
The latest Laker news.
Another great Showtime feed.
The greatest Lakers show.
This is going to be legendary for a long time.
This is the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast.
Lakers all day.
Go Lakers!
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Big Baby here. Welcome to another episode of Big Baby Sports, man. Got a very special show for you today. I'm going to be reacting to Jeanie Buss on SportsCenter, and I got a new segment called Over or Underrated. Let's get into the video regarding Jeanie Buss on SportsCenter. Let's get it.
Now at SportsCenter, Lakers Governor Jeanie Buss, one of the principals behind the new Hulu documentary series Legacy. Jeanie, first of all, thanks for joining us. And why was it important for you to tell the story of the Lakers from the standpoint of the family that helped make the Lakers what they are?
You know, we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary from when my father, Dr. Jerry Buss, passed away. And just looking back and thinking about all the innovations he brought to the NBA, we felt that the story was worth telling. So this is actually 7 years in the making. And we really wanted to highlight as well something that we've never seen in sports before.
Yeah, the new documentary is really well. Jerry Buss brought excitement to the NBA, brought winning culture to the Lakers. You know, he purchased the Lakers, and he installed winning right away. If he was still here, he would be really aggressive right now, trying to get players to this team to win the NBA championship.
For this really close relationship between ownership, Jerry Buss, and the star player, Magic Johnson.
Let's talk about the Lakers right now.
Magic Johnson and Jerry Buss were really close. They had kind of had like that father-son relationship. You know what I mean? So I understand why they put this documentary out to show that this documentary shows like what the Lakers went through behind the scenes. You know, let's see what she has to say about this current Laker team.
Obviously, the team missed the playoffs last year. And for some NBA franchises, you have up years, you have down years. But living here in Los Angeles, I understand the passion of the fans here, and just down years just aren't supposed to happen. So how is it different from your perspective having to deal with that?
You know, the Laker fans have expectations, as they should.
Our expectation is to bring banner number 18 to Los Angeles. You know what I mean? Regardless, if we get to the NBA Finals and we lose, oh, you got to the Finals? No. Failed season when we lost in 2004, 2008. Those two seasons were failed seasons. And the front office knows that, you know, comes with the territory of being a Laker fan, man. But my personal opinion, this season is going to be a championship season or bust. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Turn on that post notification, man. Big Baby Sports.
Created a brand that was consistently competing for NBA championships, as you can see.
Yes.
They call it a humble brag. Laker fans were spoiled during the Showtime era and the Shaq Kobe era. And we want to continue that legacy and, you know, add more championships, which we were able to do in 2020.
You made some changes. Obviously, the centerpiece of the roster is still LeBron James. I've seen you say that it's a priority that he retires as a Laker. He signed an extension. How do you communicate what he means to the Lakers right now and in the near future in a way that you think will resonate with him?
LeBron is still at the top of his game. He is, you know, hardworking and a great leader.
He re-signed 2-year contract, $97 million. He's about to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the all-time scoring list. You know, who would have thought? You know, who would have thought that LeBron James was going to be passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I never thought no one was going to beat that record. To keep it 100 with you, keep it 100 with you on Big Baby Sports. You know what I mean? I never thought that this was going to happen. I never thought that LeBron James was going to be the all-time scoring leader.
Has extended his contract. We're going to look forward to him as he gets closer to breaking the all-time scoring record held currently by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know, a record that we thought would never be broken, and here we are. You know, it should happen this season if everything goes well.
I saw in some earlier interviews You said that Russell Westbrook was the best player on the team last season. It was outrage.
She was talking about playing all 82 games. A lot of Laker fans misinterpret a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? They always interpret everything. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Except by that, you meant most consistent player because he played 78 games last season when there were a lot of injuries on the squad. Anything to add to that, just for clarity?
Yeah, I mean, I lean into that. That's, we needed players on the court that were healthy, and he was the most consistent player we had. He worked hard. He showed up for every game, and I appreciate that in a player. And hopefully we'll have a season where we'll actually get to see all of our big stars play together and be healthy and stay on the court.
Russell Westbrook will be back with the Lakers next year. And I figured, you know what I mean?
And an all-around pest, and I mean that in a good way, of Patrick Beverley. What does he add to the roster?
It's funny, the day the trade happened, he was already here shooting baskets. So I know he brings a lot of toughness, hard work, determination, a strong voice in the locker room.
Patrick Beverley is going to preach toughness, grit. He's going to be a veteran leader. He's going to make this team really competitive and fight. Westbrook and Patrick Beverley had their issues when he was in Oklahoma City, Houston, and Clippers, and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, man, they're Lakers. They had beef just like Matt Barnes and Kobe. But when you're on the same team, they may still have competitiveness in practice, and I like it. It's going to bring competitive fire. Darvin Ham's going to bring toughness to this team too. Darvin Ham's going, you're going to see Darvin Ham and Patrick Beverley go at times, but it's okay. I want to experience another parade in LA. Last time I experienced a parade was in 2010 when we beat Boston Celtics, and I want to experience another one.
Room. So we look forward to having Patrick Beverley as a Laker.
Now, I see in your vast jewelry collection that there's one ring that you're wearing right now. I have an idea of which one it is, but I'm going to ask you, which one is it?
Yes, I'm wearing the ring from 2020, which, as we all did during the pandemic, it was such a tough year. And to win a championship in that year, I think was extra special. And I wear this proudly. 2010
is the best I went through as a fan, but I think 2020 is up there for me because I know we beat Boston in 2010, but for me, passing to Kobe, stuff that happened around the world, stoppage of play, restopping. We don't know if the season's going to happen. Players opting out to not play, which I understand. But at the end of the day, when we got together, got it done, we got that ring, and that right there is one of the best championships I've been a part of as a fan because we got it done. What was your guys' favorite championship? Was it 2020, 2010, or did you guys think 2020 was the best in your guys' fandom? Put them in the comment section down below, Laker Nation.
It's a reminder of the expectations that come with being with the Lakers, no matter what season it is. We certainly appreciate having you on the show. And from what I can tell, people are really enjoying Legacy. So best of luck with that the rest of the way as well.
I'm here to be an all-time great.
You're now rocking with the best.
Purple yellow, purple yellow, purple yellow, purple yellow.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles.
Welcome to the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast.
Oh, he's smoking hot.
The latest Laker news.
Another great Showtime feed.
The greatest Laker show.
This is going to be legendary for a long time.
This is the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast.
Lakers all day.
Go Lakers!